big in His. So I searched for a quote that would be appropriate to the thought that I wanted to share with you today. And this comes from Quote Garden online. It's a quote by Peter Marshall. Lord, where we are wrong, make us willing to change. Where we are right, make us easy to live with. And if you've ever been there and thought you were doing everything right, you may have found yourself a little bit on the mean side. And I've found myself praying to not be so mean in times past. The scriptures coming from, we'll go ahead and start with the text. He was one of the greatest kings in Israel. His reign began when he was 8 years old, and he was known for turning the heart of Judah back to God. Josiah was small in his own eyes when he began his reign. When the scroll of the law was discovered and read to him, he rent his royal garments in a display of righteous humility. He effected a revival of truth in Judah, and the people loved him for this. They gladly rejoiced when King Josiah had the book read aloud because they understood its meaning. In the 28th year of his reign, he went out to battle the king of Egypt. And the king Necho compelled King Josiah to return to Jerusalem because his battle wasn't with Jerusalem. And but Josiah would not listen to either the prophetess or the king of Egypt. And this cost him his life. A lapse of judgment in a time when his eyes began to see himself big and capable rather than small and dependent upon God. A brief lapse of judgment cost him and their kingdom a tremendous asset. King Josiah was a man that the Bible says followed after God with the same fervency that King David followed after God. The people mourned over the loss of this beloved king. The prophet Jeremiah lamented over the death of this beloved king, and Jehovah etched his name in the lineage of Christ. So you can find Josiah's name mentioned in the lineage of Christ in Matthew chapter 1. So it's obvious that Josiah didn't make a complete turn away from God, and it was just a time of fervency in his life. He hadn't been a warring king, and here was this opportunity where King Necho was coming up into his area, so he thought to go out and defeat the king of Egypt, and misjudged the situation. This is a very devastating loss for Judah. Jeremiah, the prophet, was an influence on his life, and there are lamentations in Jeremiah's book, the Lamentations, which attest to the mourning of the loss of this great king. So the moral of the story is, stay small in your own eyes. Don't get too big for your britches. Let God run the show. God bless you. Thank you for joining me.